The Battle of Midway has decisively weakened Japanese aircraft carrier power in the Pacific. They ended up losing 4 fleet carriers in the battle for the loss of just 1 of ours. With this shift of power, we have a new opportunity to go on the offensive. All eyes are on the South Pacific. One initial goal is to secure the Solomon Island chain. Controlling these islands will ensure the flow of supply and troops to Australia is not disrupted. It will also be a good staging point for offensives against New Britain and beyond. With the realization that the Japanese are building an airfield on Guadalcanal, preparations have been made to land troops on the island and secure it. The codename of this operation is Operation Watchtower. The capture, or at the very least, the destruction of this airfield is our highest priority. There are not many ships or aircraft allocated to this operation. We will be operating on a shoestring. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome to a new and exciting series in War on the Sea, playing as the United States. Our previous series as the Imperial Japanese Navy wrapped up a while ago, and since then there have been quite a few new improvements and features to War on the Sea that I'm quite excited to check out. This playthrough is also going to be modded. I am using the Tokyo Express mod, which overhauls all sorts of aspects of the game from the strategic layer to the tactical layer. And with that, the victory conditions are more or less the same as our previous series. We go here, we need to build a rank 5 airfield on Guadalcanal, take control of Guadalcanal, and the Florida Islands, which is pretty much Tulagi just north of Guadalcanal, you can kind of see it there, all while maintaining control of everything we have now, and also Renal Island and the Santa Cruz Islands, which are to the north of the New Hebrides, and also Renal Island is right here. I'm going to try to grab these up rather quickly. I may even just send a lone destroyer up here to the Santa Cruz Islands to drop off some supply. We will see what I do with that, actually. We have 187 command points to spend. I originally wanted to grab an aircraft carrier right off the bat. However, I have decided against that because the carrier cost is pretty pricey. They're quite a lot. We go to the Yorktown class here. We have Enterprise. It costs 120 points, and that's just such a massive chunk of what we have available. I'm not really willing to spend that. So right now I'm thinking I will build one task force, which is pretty much our surface battle group, with maybe 3 heavy cruisers, a couple of light cruisers, and destroyers. I will put troops and supply on the destroyers and take Renal Island with that before moving up towards Guadalcanal. We'll have a second task force consisting of maybe a couple of destroyers and mostly merchant ships that will drop supplies and troops off of Guadalcanal. We'll probably have to sneak in during the nighttime because Guadalcanal has a rank 1 airfield. I want to take the airfield if I can, but if it is too much of a problem, we will bombard it and just obliterate it and rebuild. The Tokyo Express mod changes a few things with the way airfields are handled. For one, a rank 1 airfield, if we go to the page I'm actually looking for, gives you 4 Wildcats and 4 Dauntlesses. So for the Japanese, they would get 4 Zeros and 4 Vals. And I'd really rather not deal with Vals. So there's a good chance we may just blow that airfield up. Okay, and with that, I think it's time to create our task force. I'm going to get to work on that. One thing I do want to say is I'm going to avoid submarines for the most part, especially in the early game. They prove to be extremely powerful in this game, playing as the Japanese, especially in the early game, so that's another little handicap I am going to give myself. Alright, let me build my fleets and I'll get back to you when they are all ready to show off. Okay, both fleets are now constructed, and let's take a look at what they are. This one's Task Force 2. This one's not nearly as glamorous as the other one here, but we have 5 C3 cargo ships and 2 destroyers. These guys are going to head up north. The 2 destroyers are carrying 100 supply and 150 troops. They are going to drop that off at the Santa Cruz Islands here just to secure it. The cargo ships carrying the bulk of the troops and supplies will then head on to Guadalcanal and unload there. Task Force 1, as can be seen here, we have 3 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, and 3 destroyers, is going to head towards Renal Island. They have troops on board as well and supply. They're going to unload that on Renal Island and then move up towards Guadalcanal to protect Task Force 2. That is the current game plan anyway. We will see what the Japanese have in store for us up here. As we start moving out, we will begin launching all of our float planes and all that good stuff, searching for any enemy assets in the area. I do think this is a pretty good game plan, but who knows? Everyone knows plans don't survive for long. We have quite a few aircraft that we can launch here. We have some B-17s. With the 4 1,000-pound bombs, they have a range of 636 nautical miles. So, you know what? Let's just send them right up here. Let's say hi. And see what happens, I suppose. Alright, I'll keep you all updated on the situation as we move in on our first 2 islands. Well, just a brief update. Our B-17 flight did not find anything, and they are now returning to base. And it looks like a lot of our float planes are heading back as nighttime creeps up on us. So far, so good. No enemy assets spotted just yet. Alright, rise and shine. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I split off our destroyer so they could get up here nice and quickly. They will unload their supply now. There we go. That island is now under our control. Fantastic. Now these guys definitely need to head back and regroup with the merchant fleet. It was a little risky leaving them unguarded like that. This group is pretty close to Rental Island. They cannot unload just yet. Yeah, they need to be 8 nautical miles away. So let's launch some of our float planes nice and early in the morning. As you can see, our float planes can carry depth charges and bombs, but we will not carry anything. That just increases their range. And let's sail them up toward, or fly them, excuse me, up towards Guadalcanal. And we'll get a few more of these guys out and going. And we just want to scout areas where I think Japanese fleets will be. All right, let's just get those 2 out nice and early. We'll send more once our troops are unloaded. They should be good now. Unload cargo. There we go. That island is under our control. This group is going to head east, then up here to rendezvous with Task Force 2. Let's have these guys merge. There we go. Remerged. And let's have them swap positions now. There we go. And you 2 as well. All right, now start heading back here to the rendezvous point. Here we go. We have picked up our first enemy fleet. 3 destroyers, 2 light cruisers, and 2 heavy cruisers. We just barely outgunned these guys with 1 heavy cruiser, so that is good to know. We will ignore it for the time being. Let's mark this position, and there we go. Let's mark that for now. I could name it, but we'll do that later. And we are going to have this Kingfisher stick with them like glue. I've sent a B-17 flight up, so maybe they'll be able to drop some bombs on these guys, although level bombing is not the most accurate thing in the world, especially against ships. It'll be nice if we could manage at least a hit on something. Looks like there's zeros in the area now. Oh, that's the current situation. We have been detected. That's a float plane. It looks like it's going back up to this fleet, so I suspect that float plane originated from this fleet. And these guys are just sailing east. That'll make it easy for our B-17s to actually catch them. Here's hoping we get to drop bombs on them before Task Force 1 has to engage. Because if these guys are here whenever we're trying to land troops, we're going to engage them. And that, that can go very poorly, I suppose, for us. It's a pretty even match, to be honest. Here we go. Enemy bombers over Task Force 1. Looks like dive bombers. Hopefully they're from Guadalcanal and not an aircraft carrier. I guess we will find out when we see how many there are. Weather's broken, sea state 6. All right. Let's adjust our formation. Make sure, yep, we're nice and close together. We're in this sort of formation, which should be good. We have 2 destroyers out on the flanks there, which is nice. All right, let's begin. And start. Good luck, boys. Let's flip through all of our ships, make sure radar is on. And we've picked them up. Let's flip through. I need everyone's radar on. Make sure it's on, please. Thank you. And they should all, yeah, they're all ordered to fire at will. All right, beautiful. Now, where are these aircraft coming from? Looks like off to the northwest, and it looks like just 4 of them. Okay, these guys are starting to get pretty close. I'm not sure which ship they're going to end up going for here. Let's just keep firing at them. Hopefully once they get into the in range of our small caliber anti-aircraft guns, there they go. They'll start getting torn to pieces. 2 are already smoking. Let's see. Come on, boys, shoot them down before they begin their dives. Give me something here. Okay, they're diving. One's down, hard to starboard. Start turning. They've dropped their bombs. All right, good luck. One's going down. Ooh, 1 hit in the stern. Okay, all valves are destroyed. New Orleans was hit by 2 bombs. Thank goodness 1 was a dud. Quite a lot of damage. 1 aircraft was destroyed. We can live with that. Poor New Orleans here. Lots of fires. Nothing awful though. That is manageable. That is manageable for sure. Let's go ahead and get this all under control. New Orleans has most of her fires under control, and she is now underway once again. There we go. Yeah, she has a couple of fires here, but they are pretty much done. We are going to retreat, leave combat. Moderate damage all around, shot 4 aircraft down. We were quite lucky that wasn't a larger bomb. Okay, good stuff. Oh boy, folks, this is something. This is a pretty large group. 4 destroyers, 2 light cruisers, 3 heavy cruisers, and 1 battleship. We definitely want to avoid engaging that at all costs. There's no way we're going to survive that. So Task Force 1, go ahead and start moving in here. We can launch B-17s here in a little bit. Yeah, can't launch. Come on. All right. New air. B-17s, 1,000-pound bombs. Go get them. Just barely out of range. This Kingfisher has to head home. This one's heading out. Head back towards that battleship. Oh boy. Yeah, that is something. Task Force 1 has just been attacked by more Vals. Our B-17s are still making their way up here. Let's begin. See what's going on. All of our Kingfishers, and that's not good. That is not good at all. That's a lot of Vals. These have to be carrier-based. All right. Oh boy. Start ringing up 33 knots. Get ready to make evasive maneuvers. These destroyers need to break. All ahead flank. Jeez. They have to be carrier based. There's no other way. And this is the reason I chose to play on hard campaign difficulty instead of, you know, elite. They get so many more command points. The fact that they can afford a carrier and a battleship is impressive. But that's fine, that makes it more challenging. And we will whittle away their air group here no matter what happens. Alright. Hard to starboard. Hard to starboard, Atlanta. This guy's hard to port. This destroyer can keep going straight, that's fine. Alright, come on. Come on, gunners. Really show them what's what here. Please be effective. Please. Alright. Who are they going for? Are they going for this Cleveland? I think so. Hard to starboard. Come on, blast them. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 1 down. 2 down. 3 down. 1 dropped his bomb. Fuck, of course. That was a magazine explosion. Rudder amidships. Alright, another formation of Vals coming in. Come on, you guys. Come on, gunners. You gotta do better than this. Alright. They're going for this guy. Come on, blast them. 1. There we go, both down. Hopefully they don't hit my ship. Alright, we're good. Okay, this... Oh, poor Gwen. Getting targeted by all four. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Oh boy. Alright, are there bombs? That's gonna hurt. Okay, one minor hit. Direct hit. Okay, let's see the damage on Cleveland. Alright, let's pause for a second. New Orleans, you can stop turning. Oh, it's gonna take me a while to get used to these keybinds once again. Alright, just steady up. Let's avoid collisions now. It's over. Cleveland, oh gosh, poor Cleveland. Alright, start moving out here. Just clear the way. Let's look at the damage. Oof. Lots of flooding, heavy damage, heavy flooding, lots of fires. Her rear magazine is flooded, of course. But she is alive. I am surprised to see carrier-borne aircraft here. I did not expect to go toe-to-toe with that just yet. Reduce speed. Don't let that fire spread. Well, at least their air group is significantly weakened after that. They lost quite a few vowels. So this is what it feels like to be on the receiving end of it. Yeah, just keep firing at those aircraft. Wow. Alright, but she's still in it. We're going to have to send her home to get repaired. Means we're down a light cruiser. I mean, if she gets in a surface brawl, she's done for, I think. I mean, it's just her rear turrets. Secondary guns destroyed as well. Cleveland has pretty much all of her fires under control at this point. Just one fire in here. Lots of flooding, yeah. Let's retreat, leave, confirm, and the Japanese launched 12 aircraft at us and lost 9. Have heavy damage, heavy flooding, of course. Continue. Alright, Cleveland. We're going to have to cut you loose, I suppose. She's going back home alone. She'll take the long way to avoid any enemy submarines in the area. It's going to take her 20 hours to reach that area, which is fine. And there we go. Off she goes. You have any float planes we can launch? Let's launch these while we're at it. Man, that is devastating, actually. That's going to make this extremely difficult. Our B-17s are coming up, so maybe we'll get some form of retribution here. Our forces are moving in. Unfortunately, the B-17s were not able to get anything. However, we are going to head towards this airfield and bombard it. There we go. It is no longer a level 1 airfield. They have nothing. Perfect. All right, let's fall back. We may have to wait a whole nother day. How long is it going to take this force to get here? 7.5 hours. Okay, we may be okay, actually. They'll exit through the south. Exactly what I feared. This is such an even fight here. 3 destroyers, 2 light cruisers, and 2 heavy cruisers. Oh god, at night. I wish I had Cleveland at least, but this is it. Alright, let's go ahead and get into... We don't want this formation, we want line ahead. Who's in the lead? Northampton? We want Northampton in the lead. About this. No, I don't like that. Alright, line ahead. Yeah, we'll put the destroyers in the lead. They can launch their torpedoes. We wanted an exciting series, we're getting it right off the bat. Begin. Start. Actually, wait, turn on your radar. Make sure that is on. You need that right now. New Orleans, turn your radar on. There we go. Oh boy. Get ready for these spreads. All right, this is it. Let's get on the bridge. No, 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 don't break formation. Form up. Ring up 30 knots. Continue on your heading. What do we see? Okay, enemy spotted. All right, we're opening fire. Here they all are, way out here. Oh, we're crossing the T, which works for us. Okay, what do we have? What's this one? What's number 3? Yeah, just target this one. Attack. I don't care what you're firing. I don't even want you to spot. Fool. Looks like just shoot HE. Fire. You. Just primary 1 and engage. Make sure everyone's firing at that. Firing armor piercing, please. Try to take it out right off the bat. You know what? Atlanta? You fire star shells, manual, right there. Okay, Cleaves. Begin firing just at number 3. I did not mean to have a destroyer in the middle of our battle line, but that's fine. Make sure everyone's firing exactly what I want. Make sure you're firing armor piercing, please. I just gotta make sure everything's okay. And let's go ahead and identify number 3 while we are at it. Okay. F6. Japanese warship, of course. And no rear turrets. Chokai. Or Tone? Oh no, it does have rear turrets. Am I blind? Apparently so. Mogami. Yeah, that's her. Recognize. Alright, star shells are lighting them up. What's the range to target? 7,000 yards. Now here's a question. Here's a question. What's the range of our torpedoes? 14,000 yards. Let's get that solution up a little higher though before we start lobbing torpedoes at them. We're pretty much just using our radar at this point. We hit her on a bridge. There we go. We're actually getting hits, which is amazing. Atlanta, you are firing star shells. No star shells fired at us just yet. Okay. Switch to high explosive. Fire, fire, fire. Narrow, just full spreads. Just throw as much, many rounds down there as possible. I do not care. Just pummel this fucking thing. Let's go. Alright, let's get ready to launch torpedoes here. Solution still 0. That's impressive. Is that real? Is your radar actually on? There we go, it's going. Let's make sure everyone's radar is actually on. It seems like some of these guys may be bugged out. Okay, we've been hit here. Make sure your secondaries are firing. They are firing. Ogami is getting hit quite a bit here. We're going to have to break off here soon. These goddamn destroyers are probably going to start lobbing torpedoes our way. All right, this Gleaves, what's your, you know what? Torpedoes, full spread, I don't care. Fire, let them have it. I think it's time to turn away. I don't want to lose anything here. We've damaged Mogami quite a bit. Nothing critical though, by the looks of it. All right, you know what? Let's go get them. Turn into them, just for a little bit. We just want to do some turns to throw off their torpedoes. That's what we want. That's what we want. This is intense. Okay, Atlanta, I'm going to need you to fire more star shells. Fire some star shells. Manual fire right on Mogami, like right here. Please, thank you. Let her have it. Okay, the Japanese are throwing star shells at us now too. Just trying to manage this all. Torpedoes are in the water. Our dud chance is horrendous, so that's going to make things a bit exciting. No fire or anything out on Mogami. What's our solution? Solution's just 0%. Are you kidding me? Okay, torpedoes. 7 degree spread. Is she in arc? She is not in arc. Alright. There's an explosion out there. Fantastic. Fires on the deck. Okay, begin turning away. It's time to leave. Once you're in range, once you're in arc with your torpedoes, we'll let them loose. 8 degree spread. Oof, got hit. I know it's a 0 degree solution, but that's the least of my problems right now. Alright. Torpedoes are in arc. Fire. Don't manual fire. Just fire. Look at all of them out there. This is nuts. Why are you not shooting? Okay, you have damage, huh? Rear magazine is flooded. Got it. Okay. Understood. Okay, lots of torpedoes in the water. Begin turning around, boys. Begin turning around. It is time to get the heck out of here as quickly as possible. Yeah, one of them's burning like crazy. Alright, this one will be our new target. New Orleans, begin targeting her. Looks like Mogami's pretty heavily damaged, so stop engaging that. Engage number 4. Okay, fire armor piercing, please. Full spreads, fine. Atlanta, you can stop shooting star shells now and begin firing at number 4. Stop using your directors on her. Okay, fire. Gleaves, yeah, you can shoot at number 1. Go for it. Northampton, number 4. Fire. Mogami, number 4. Or Portland, number 4. Shoot at her. Just don't, make sure you're not targeting Mogami. I don't want anyone shooting at Mogami now. It looks like she had a magazine explosion, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, let's identify this ship real quick. Of course, it's Japanese. Let's see here. Let's look. Takao, yep, that's definitely her. Just wanted to double check. There we go. Still turning away. Engage number 1. What's your damage like? Got quite a bit of flooding. Oof. Alright. Alright, it's really time to get out of here. You know what? Gwen, you're going to take control. Form a new group. Actually, New Orleans. All these guys are going to form up and begin turning hard. Get out of here. These destroyers, unfortunately, I mean, start making your top speed of 37 knots. Let's get out of here. It's time to go. Time to disengage. Increase speed to 33 knots. Really, let's get rolling. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. What's your torpedo situation like? You got your launchers? Go ahead and fire them. Out of arc. You know what? Engage that then. Actually, hold fire. It's not worth it. These torpedoes look okay, but these are definitely going to miss. This is an awesome night fight, for sure, though. Alright, so Cow is starting to get hit quite a lot. This destroyer's on fire. And it looks like so is Mogami. She definitely had a forward magazine explosion. So she's out of the area. As long as we just damage them enough to where they have to return to port, that's a win in my book. We need to just get them out of the area. We may lose a destroyer here, though, which is unfortunate, but they've done their jobs well. Let's see, how are you? Yeah, just lots of flooding going on here. These ships just need to leave. We need to just turn around, start making our way out of here. No sense sticking around. I'm also extremely worried about Japanese torpedoes. That is certainly a primary concern now. Let's begin, while I'm thinking about it. Let's lay smoke. Oh gosh. That hurt a lot. All right, keep turning hard. All right, we may have a collision here. Due to that slowdown, we'll see. All right, I think we're clear. All right, rudder and midships. Yeah, she is slowing down very dramatically. Pumping smoke though. I see 3 fires out there. Torpedoes in the water. Okay, perfect. They are gone. Not a problem. Okay, let's take a look at this situation. Takao may eat one of our torpedoes. We can hope. You can see them in the water there. She's gonna outrun them, unfortunately. How's it going, Atlanta? All right, can you start laying smoke too? Increase speed to 34 knots. It's time to really get out of here. Things are starting to get pretty jumbled, unfortunately for us. Oh, gosh. Okay, start targeting number 2. Fire at her. Engage that destroyer. A magazine explosion on the Atlanta. Gotta be kidding me. All right, it's really just time to run. Yeah, things are looking pretty sorry here. Begin engaging that. Please and thank you. These destroyers are a little problematic. That one looks pretty darn rough though. This destroyer is just dead weight at this point. All right, let's try to get the Atlanta out. Now this is awesome. Okay, this destroyer is starting to take a whole lot of fire. Increase speed. There we go. Torpedoes in the water. All right, let's get these guys out of here the other way. Unfortunately, this just isn't cutting it. 33 knots. This formation isn't working for us. We need to all break formation now. Destroyers are starting to take quite a few hits. Look at that. I mean, we are wrecking them out there. It's just a matter of... I mean, we're taking quite a bit of damage ourselves. Lots of flooding all around the Atlanta. The destroyers are flooding, and so is the Atlanta. Okay, rudder and midship start making our way out of here. Northampton's turning around. How's the Gleaves looking? Awful. And we had a collision back here that I didn't even realize was going on. Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh boy. That's... oh gosh. Look at all these torpedoes coming our way. Gwen's going to eat one for sure. No doubt about it. Gleaves is sinking. Alright, we've lost a destroyer. She's sinking too. She's done. At least you protected the Atlanta. Alright, start moving. Yeah, not a big surprise. Wow. Absolutely devastating. The Cal's not looking good. This destroyer is about to eat one too. Oh, come on. Takao is sinking. Alright, this destroyer just took a torpedo. She's done, I bet. Alright, just one though. Okay, it's really high time we start getting out of here. Time to move, boys. At least we lost none of our heavies. Mogami's coming back for more. Begin engaging her. Atlanta just needs to run. Jeez, this is just chaos. This is much closer to what it was like than the base game, that's for sure. The Tokyo Express mod makes night fights just brutal. Absolutely brutal. And it is hard to manage all of this for sure. But this has been awesome. If we can get Mogami, looks like, yeah, that's the cow there. This destroyer looks pretty rough. I don't think she's living. So we destroyed a destroyer and a heavy cruiser for the loss of 2 destroyers. For a even battle, you know, even numbers, I think that's fair. That's fine. Let's have these guys start heading north out of here. Look at all those torpedoes. I want to sink Mogami, that's for sure. Looks like she got her fires on the forward deck out. Make sure you are engaging. 1 is sinking. Alright, that was the destroyer. Okay, that's fine. Rudder and midships, rudder and midships. Okay, secondaries begin using star shells at her. Fire. Is your radar actually on? The radar button down here seems a little bugged. Our solution's at 0. Which is not ideal. Alright, well, if we disengage now, that's fine. Let's get out of here. I'm just worried about this destroyer, that's for sure. Lots of flooding, heavy fire. Atlanta just absolutely boned, but she's going to make it out okay. I guess the ship that's in most critical condition is this destroyer. Her speed is only 5%. We'll see if the damage control teams can get that under control. Rudder and midships. How's Mogami looking? If anything, Mogami's going to have to head home for repairs. Can I just see a quick report? Heavy damage, heavy flooding on a destroyer. Heavy damage, heavy flooding on Mogami. Okay. Jeez. Now, okay, something's sinking Hughes. Yeah. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it. I didn't think so. What a shame. Alright, Atlanta's running like hell now. Good stuff. Start heading north. This New Orleans needs to turn north. You know, what is this here? A light cruiser? You know, Mogami's kind of running away. I say we begin engaging this. Open fire. Stop targeting her. Begin targeting number 6. Fire. Northampton, target number 6. Make sure you are actually using your... There we go. New Orleans. Target that thing. Alright, and Northampton has some flooding. Let's check this out. Heavy damage, heavy flooding. That's not good. Alright. Northampton, you just keep running in that case. Let's identify the ship real fast since we are engaging it. It's a 3-stack light cruiser. Let's flip to that section here. Does not have the crane. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Nagara. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Magazine explosion right off the bat. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm freaking talking about. That is beautiful. Alright, Portland, you need to head north. Key binds. Start moving north. That was fantastic. Such a good hit right off the bat. Once she swings around, after, I don't know if that Tenryu is out of it, if she's out of the battle. I mean, she's deploying smoke now. Atlanta's getting out of here. Northampton's still running. All right, Portland, begin engaging Mogami once again. Stop engaging her. Engage Mogami. Fire at will. Fire at will. If we can sink her, that would be fantastic. I think this light cruiser, I'd be surprised if she lives. She's messed up though. She's going back to port. We'll fire a bit more at her. Solution 0, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and shoot some star shells her way. Fire star shells. Light them up. How are you looking? Poor Northampton. You're okay. Things could be better, that's for sure. Now this has been fun. This is fun. Looks like Mogami has another fire. Alright. I think this poor light cruiser may be going down. This is probably the top 10 experiences in this game I've had for sure. This has been one hell of a battle. Okay, we just had a minor explosion on the Portland. She looks okay though. Okay, you're engaging Mogami. New Orleans, begin engaging Mogami now. Fire star shells at her. Okay, and then main guns, of course, fire. Fire armor piercing. Do we still have armor piercing rounds? Yeah, 700 rounds. Keep going. Northampton just got hit again. Begin engaging Mogami. With that, as best you can, fire. Your secondary, shoot star shells, fire. Portland, your secondary, switch to armor piercing. Or New Orleans, yeah, switch to armor piercing, please. Come on, get her. All right, situation's okay. The Mogami's really the last threat. That light cruiser is just covered from stem to stern in flame. We have Mogami lit up with star shells. One hit right on the bridge. Rounds bracketing all around her. Come on. We have to watch out. She does have torpedoes. Come on, give me something, boys. We're bracketing her. Keep hitting her on the bridge. Okay, damage control, what's going on? Minor fire inside. Okay. Portland, you know what? Let's continue to engage. Portland and New Orleans will continue to engage Mogami. Okay, rudder and midships. New Orleans, what's your speed? 33 knots, still moving. Slow down a little bit. You're not being targeted. It's a beautiful looking ship in the dark like that. That's very cool. Alright, she's still taking hits. Quite a lot, actually. I mean, we're bringing how many guns to bear against her, what? 4 back here? Looks like she's taking on a lot of water in the bow now. I think we've got her. I just want her to sink. I may be getting a little greedy here, but if we sink 2 heavy cruisers for the cost of 3 destroyers, I think that's definitely good. Man, these you know, elite difficulty battles with the Tokyo Express mod, I just can't give it enough praise. This is awesome. This has been fun. Okay, it's actually a challenge, and I mean, we actually lost stuff, which just did not happen in the Japanese playthrough. It wasn't right. Let's see, and this Tenryu is, I mean, I'd be impressed if this thing keeps on going. And she looks terrible. How's Mogami looking? I mean, pretty darn rough. That's for sure. Let's have the Portland begin shooting star shells once again at her. Begin firing those. And bring the speed back just a little bit. Make it a bit easier to hit our targets. Alright, we're still getting hits. I saw a flash there, which is good. Alright, star shells lighting her up. Yeah, another hit there. There was an explosion. Fantastic. Looks like everything else is kind of disengaging at this point. Alright, New Orleans. Yeah, keep turning around. The Northampton has a lot of her damage under control, so I'm going to bring her back into the fight at least a little bit. She'll just start shooting. Her secondaries can fire star shells at Mogami as well. Mogami's slowing down. I mean, she's taking hits. She's taking a beating, but she is still just slowly moving. Looks like her speed's 13 knots. It just dropped down from 14, so we'll see. And she is deploying smoke. She's laying a smoke screen. So is the Tenryu here. They're certainly trying to escape. We could probably close in and go for the kill. I'm not sure if that's something I want to do, though. Let's move Portland around. New Orleans can also move around like so. And Northampton will move this way, too. I may just go in and secure the kill. The main concern definitely is their torpedoes, but... There's no sense in not pushing at this point. I mean, we have them where we want them. They're crippled. We might as well finish the job so they don't come back later. Okay, there we go. The Tenryu is sinking. She is going down. Fantastic. Alright. The enemy have lost 3 ships to our 3 ships. We're just going by a ship-by-ship basis. Per tonnage, we have sunk more tons than them. I'm just trying to... I'm thinking like a newspaper writer. I'm trying to spin this as a, total victory here. There we go. Mogami is sinking. We got her, boys. That's it. She is going down. You can see shells still raining down towards her and star shells still exploding in the sky. But we finally got her. And there she goes. Well, there we have it. That was one hell of a fight. Let's see the report here. I can see how we all did. So we lost 3 ships. All 3 destroyers were sunk. 5,306 tons lost. The Japanese lost 4 ships. It looks like 1 destroyer, the Mogami, the Takao, and then the Tenryu, for a total of 30,080 tons. And we gained 23 command points for that. So yeah, one hell of a battle. Victory for us. Damage wise, Atlanta's going to definitely have to return home. I think we can deal with everything else, however, and everything else is still capable of fighting, but Atlanta's done for. She had that magazine explosion, which is just extremely unfortunate. Let's see here. Go to damage control. Oh. Maybe not. Am I crazy? Yeah, she actually looks okay. I thought she had a magazine explosion. Her rudder is busted, though. Yeah, she's probably still going to have to go. I don't want to keep her here if she's that heavily damaged. We'll just send her back. Rather be safe than sorry, but we're good to retreat. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's episode. It sure was a ton of fun, and I hope you all enjoyed it as well. This is shaping up to be an exciting and very intense series, that is for sure, if this was any indication. We also have an enemy battleship that's out there and an enemy carrier that we're going to have to deal with. There's a pretty good chance we're going to lose, I feel like, but Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. Please be sure to leave a like and comment, especially on the first episode of a series. It helps out a ton for the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.